Hi there, my name is Carson. You're watching the Iced Coffee Hour. This podcast has made $3 bajillion.
I think that's the closest we've had yet.
Oh,
actually,
yeah?
believe it or not.
You almost guessed it like on the dot.
Yeah.
Wow.
$184,000.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it would have been higher.
Well, you know, it's January. No, it's March. Ad rates are low, you know?
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
it's okay.
What's up?
Hey, good to have you on. Thank you so much for coming. How was
Yeah.
the trip over here?
It was pretty good.
Yeah?
I flew over today from South Carolina. Pretty easy flight, just a connecting flight. I mean, I'm happy to be here.
Cool.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
This is it's an honor, man. I think we should probably provide a synopsis of who you are,
By all
why you're
means.
here. This is Carson from CallMeCarson on YouTube and Twitch sometimes.
Hi.
And yeah, he makes videos about like video games and stuff like that.
Here and there, yeah.
And you have a pretty cult-like following with your audience,
Some would say.
some would say, and you've done some pretty incredible things on YouTube.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. And we want to go into how you built this business and this following. And yeah, because we're interested.
Yeah, sure.
What do you say if someone asks you what you do? How do you respond to that?
Oh man, that's a good question. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's so many people that like don't understand like what YouTube is still to this day. Like, and even people that do understand, they think of the big YouTubers. I would probably just, in general, tell people I do online content creation, and then they're like, "What? What do you mean?" And I say, "I do YouTube," and then they're like, "Oh." And that's like the bare minimum. For someone that's like a little more informed, like right now, I'm basically just a streamer, and I post my stream highlights to YouTube, and that's what I've been doing for like the last 6 months. That's the basic synopsis, I would say.
How do you get started doing that?
Ooh, well, I've been doing YouTube since I was like 12.
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell anyone because you're not allowed to make an account. But I was on someone else's account, so yeah. Well, actually, at first, I was on my dad's
Imagine
account.
like book them. Come on in.
Get in, guys.
SWAT swarm the place. You made an account when you were 12.
I started doing Minecraft videos in like 2012. And I kind of just kept doing YouTube up until I kind of blew up around 2018, making like Discord videos. I don't know if
What are Discord videos?
So Discord is it's a platform. It's like Skype, but for gamers. Have you ever used Discord?
A few times, yeah.
We have one, and we've had one for like 3 years. But Graham's probably been on there 4 times.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've gone live. You had me go live.
Yeah,
on there
he
a
went
few
live.
times,
Yeah.
Wait, you went live on Discord?
Yeah.
What for?
No, not like your type of live. Like he just joined a voice call.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He went live and did a Q&A with
No,
people.
we got like 20,000 people on the Discord. Like it's a pretty poppin' Discord.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
really
not
sure.
too
I haven't looked
shabby.
in a while. but
It's been a while.
I don't know
yeah.
if I'd consider it popping.
yeah.
Oh,
We
come
have
on,
one.
Wow.
come on. People are probably railing off all of your big inside jokes in there, right?
Maybe.
Exactly.
I don't know. But it was popping for a while. I just haven't promoted it. But yeah, I liked, and then Clubhouse took over. I went to Clubhouse for a little bit, going live on there. And
Yeah.
then,
Like Mickey Mouse
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse? What's Clubhouse?
You don't know Clubhouse?
No.
serious?
That was like the social media platform that blew up. What was it, like probably 8 months ago, a year ago? And it was basically like you see these chat rooms. It's very similar to Discord.
Really?
Yeah, and you see these chat rooms and you just join and you're a listener unless if you get moved to a host.
Oh, it's
which
like
you,
Twitter Spaces.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Twitter Spaces
do
is?
I.
No.
Come on, guys.
You don't know what Clubhouse is?
It blew up, but
Yeah,
now
it
it's just
did, yeah.
completely
It
dead.
sounds like
Yeah.
it sounds like Clubhouse is just Twitter Spaces.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah.
Because it works the exact same way.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, you were making these videos. What sort of videos were you making?
Comedy. They're basically just me hopping a call with friends and then looking at something and reacting to it, like Mystery Science Theater. If you guys are familiar with that, is that a dated reference?
Don't know it.
I don't know it. You got to
okay.
explain it.
Okay, well, Mystery Science Theater was like it was Mystery Science Theater 3000. They were like popular in the 90s, and it was a guy and his 2 robot friends that would go and watch really bad movies and then commentate throughout the entire thing. And I kind of relate my content to that because I'm just doing it like in a modern way where it's like I'm going on Discord and getting a couple friends in a call and then looking at like stupid images, you know, or I did a bunch of videos where I went in Discord servers and ran bits.
And that's what blew you up after 6 years of making content on YouTube.
Yeah, I think so. Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you research me?
No, I think you just said it.
I don't know.
2012 to 2018.
I
right?
can't do math.
So that's 6 years.
Listen, I dropped out of college.
You did?
Yes.
When?
That would have been 2018.
And what caused you to drop out?
Well, I mean, it was because I started blowing up on YouTube. So I went back for my sophomore year of college, and then I went for a month, and I had like 300,000 subs at the time, and I was looking at the money. I'm like, it's just too good of an opportunity here.
How much money was it back
It wasn't even, I mean, this was like, I was making probably 6K, 7K a month at the time, which is good, but it's not like some of the numbers I've seen now. And I was just sitting there and I was like, I can just come back to college later and pay for it if I run this YouTube thing. And I want to do this, so why not?
Yeah.
So I dropped out of college then. I was actually going for pretty much the same thing. I was going to be in media communications. So, I mean, it was just a no-brainer.
Yeah,
really.
right. Interesting. 6 years. That's a lot of time to devote to something that probably wasn't paying out for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was did you have a schedule back then? Were you taking it seriously? Was it,
I was in high
hobby?
school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was mostly like, oh, I want to be a big YouTuber. That sounds fun. And then I'd go up in front of my class and then, you know, show a terrible video. And then people would be like, he's the YouTuber in high school.
How many subs you had?
In high school, I probably got like 3,000, 4,000 off of Minecraft videos.
That's decent though.
Yeah, well, I was doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And like most of the subs were dead in the water, so I was probably pulling like 100, 200 views a video most of the time.
Were you ever embarrassed? Because I didn't tell a single soul I did YouTube videos. I was so embarrassed that they would find a video of mine.
There's been times where I've been embarrassed, but I think I've always liked doing YouTube too much for me to care that much about that.
Yeah.
It's always just kind of been very creatively fulfilling for me in a lot of ways, especially because like the stuff I put up is basically just what I do anyways. Like I a lot of times it's just me sitting down and playing a video game, and I enjoy the sharing of that experience with a lot of people. And I think I have a decent eye for like what makes something funny in the moment while playing a video game or with friends. So I would do it even if I think I would do it even if I didn't have subscribers or was gaining money or anything from it.
That's interesting. So after 6 years of doing this, you dropped out of college, and how seriously did you take it at that point where you're like, I got to double down on content, I got to do more?
Oh,
how do you maximize that?
So, okay, well that's funny that you mentioned that. Okay. So let me set the stage. The year is 2018 again. So like during my freshman year of college, I was sitting back and I was not having a good time in college because I felt like I could be doing more with my YouTube. And I went to my parents before the end of my freshman year, and I did a PowerPoint presentation. And I laid out, here's how much I think I could make for doing this as a summer job and taking this seriously. And I had a whole PowerPoint presentation. I showed off friends of mine who were bigger YouTubers than me and what they were making. And I took that opportunity and really just expanded on that. And then they said yes, and I started pumping out content that summer, and that's what led me to blowing up. Because I had a whole new idea for how to do my stuff, and that's when I started doing the Discord videos. And I was like pumping those out like at least one a week.
What was that like for you? What was the first video that took off?
So it was actually kind of like a set of videos, but there was one that initially boosted me like, I don't know, 3,000 subs, which was really big at the time. It was probably like 18,000 to 21,000. And it was the first invading Discord servers video, which I mentioned earlier, where I went in to Discord servers. It sounds like I'm like being a pill and raiding people, but what I was really doing was just like trying to make them laugh by going in with a little comedy routine, a little bit. And something about it really stuck with people because no one had seen anything like that at the time, and it popped off. And then I did another one, and that's the one that really pumped it. Like I went from probably 40,000 to 100,000 subscribers in like a week.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was like 15,000 subs in a day. It was absurd.
So what was going through your mind when that happened?
I was like, woo! I did it.
That's a good answer. I mean, that's true.
Dude,
Yeah.
I cried when I hit 100K.
Yeah.
I was like, finally. I was like, finally, I did this, you know,
Yeah.
because it'd been my goal for so long to be able to do that, and I was just proud of myself for finally like proving to myself that I could do it. I was just happy. It was cool.
Can you talk about your income throughout all of this? Like, obviously, you know, when you
This
first
is
started.
big finance podcast.
Yeah, we
you guys
gotta
like
talk
your
about it.
numbers.
We want to know how much money you make and
Okay,
save
well,
and
through
spend.
Okay, well, like through 2018, I don't think I made that much. Like I could pull up the numbers if you guys really want me to, but it was probably like, I probably made like 60, 70K just in 2018. And that was like the second half of the year.
But still, you must have been 20 at the time.
Yeah, I was
so
really young.
20 years
I don't think
old.
I was even 20.
Yeah.
I think I was 19.
Yeah, 19 in college. That may as well be $1 million.
Right.
Yeah.
And then 2019, it was when it really, I was like, oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I sat down and I was like, it was like, oh. And I'm sure there was a point that you I mean, I don't know about you, but you hit with the money from YouTube where you're like, well, unless you already had a ton of money. I don't actually know.
Well, it started adding up to be something substantial, but yeah. But it ramped up so gradually, I feel like.
What was the time when you were like, okay, like this is getting serious?
It was the first day I made, I think it was like, I'd only been doing YouTube, I think, for 3 months. And there was one day after 3 months where it made $180 in a day. And that to me was the first point where I was like, oh, wow, like I could actually make money doing this. And
Yeah.
that's pretty incredible. And that's the point I knew I really got to take that very seriously. 'Cause before then I was posting 2 to 3 videos a week, but there was no set schedule. I was like, oh, I'm going to post this morning. And I would just post it. But when that came up, I was like, oh, wow, it's adding up. But it's just, to me, it was more fun to make internet money. It's
Right.
less that, like, you know, when you sell a house or you lease a place, like you get a commission or you're investing and you get a return. But this was like, it was almost like imaginary money because it was like,
Right.
it's on the internet. It's something different about it that it's like internet.
Do you play video games?
No.
Okay. Do you play video games?
I used to a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like it really feels like a video game when you're making YouTube money because it is like an imaginary thing. It's because like sometimes YouTube is just like, yeah, we'll just give you extra money for this video for no reason, and you're like, why? I didn't do anything different. What changed?
Yeah.
But like you want to know why, and I've always found it fun to try to up those numbers because it's like a video game for me. And did you guys know I'm a little bit of a gamer?
Are you?
I've played video games.
Of course,
here
I
and
know.
there.
Sometimes,
yeah.
though, right?
Sorry.
Sometimes you play video games.
Occasionally.
You're working
Yeah.
most of the time, right?
Why don't you play video games?
Never been interested. I see. For me, I look at video games and I think this is gonna sound bad. This is probably the wrong time to say this. I think I would rather be. It sounds weird. I'd rather be doing something else that
makes money.
That makes money.
Wow.
And my strength
Interesting.
is not video games. After Nintendo 64, that was the last console I had played. No interest after that.
Interesting.
Yeah, everything for me was focused around like I'm more into business.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I look at it and I'm like, well, if it's not making money, it's taking time away from something else.
Right.
That could be making money.
What if you made money playing video games?
I wouldn't have an interest in it. Just I think it's just.
I think if it was enough, you would. But if it wasn't,
I get bored. Because I look at it, and I'm thinking, what am I accomplishing from this? Because even if I win the game,
nothing.
Even if I win the game, then what does that do?
It's about the experience.
But
it's a thing called fun.
But I
What do you do for fun?
doing work.
What do you guys do for fun?
So Graham is one of the most
work for fun.
Yes. Graham is one of the most interesting people that I know because it's very difficult for him to have fun outside of work. It just is stuff that isn't work related. He doesn't enjoy. It's. I've never met anyone like it. It's obviously it's admirable because it's getting you somewhere, but he just can't. Sports, no. Watching stuff. He'd rather be working. Video games, no.
I like to watch a good movie.
You like to play music.
I like music. I like the Reef Aquarium that you saw when you walked in.
I didn't actually see it.
Oh yeah.
I gotta see that on the way out.
Really?
Right there, right?
there.
Was it near the shoes?
Yeah,
I was so focused on taking off my shoes.
300 gallons right in front of you.
Big water jug.
You can't jug. Right when you walk in, it's
maybe
you have
it was
to look
because
through.
You know what?
It's Bailey.
It was the dog.
Yeah.
The dog. Oh my gosh, I love that dog. That dog is so cute.
But no, it's good. I just get a natural enjoyment from working.
Gotcha.
And even if I'm not like working, it makes me feel happy to clean the house.
Okay.
I think somebody beat you in Mario Kart a little bit too hard when you were younger.
Just left him scarred.
This guy's
I just like being
weird.
productive.
You're weird.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like there's one
like
weekend.
cleaning the house?
Yeah, there's one weekend. This is years ago, but the front door, some painter wanted like $200 to paint the front door. I was like, no, I'm not gonna pay $200. So I went to I was looking forward to this on a Saturday because I didn't have any. This is before YouTube. I was like, I'm gonna paint the door today. This is gonna be really nice. I'm gonna get this door done. And go to Home Depot, got the paint, like $30. I painted the door myself, and I felt so accomplished afterwards that I painted the door. That's what made me feel like I was alive. Like I got this door done.
Dude,
I love it.
I want to suck your lifeblood. I cannot do that. I can do anything but being productive in a day.
Oh yeah.
We're very opposite, you and I. This is so interesting.
It's interesting just how different everybody is.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's just like it's easy. Just work more.
Oh.
You don't have enough hours. Wake up early. Work late. What about your weekends? Just go and work the weekends. Oh, Sunday. You don't need to hang out for it. Just cut everything out and work. Like to me, it just comes naturally. But I
mean, I think some people would look at that and be like, that's not good for you. I'm not. I don't think that. Does anyone ever tell you like this is not?
Oh, all the time.
But if it's fulfilling for you,
it is.
Okay, so I have my theories.
Yeah.
I've said it before on the podcast, and I still believe it. I think Graham thinks he likes working.
What?
But I don't think that he actually I know you like working, right? But not to the degree that you do work. It's not healthy. You always look like you got an hour of sleep the night before. It's like, how could you live like that? It's like, it seems unhealthy.
There are certainly times that happens, but 80% of the time.
Dude, even my mom said, she was tuning into a podcast. She's like, is Graham okay? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Depends on what podcast was that.
All of them, man.
No, all of them.
Dude.
I'm sure you could point to a few where it's been back to back to back to back. And after a podcast, I got to plan a video because I have to film it for the next day.
You don't have to.
I do.
No, you don't.
You set a schedule and you got to stick with it.
I'm
very much there.
That's so dope.
No, you know what's dope is moderation. Working is dope, yes. And knowing your hours is dope. Yes, I agree with that. But understanding moderation and balance in life, I think is also pretty dope.
Imagine if I gave you, let's say, you get one day in front of a big container of money, and you get 24 hours in that container, and you have to grab as much money as you can. After that, 24 hours is up. You can't go back in the container. Or imagine there's a 50-50 chance you could go back the next day. But you don't know that. In those 24 hours, you say, you know what, I'm going to take a nap. I don't really feel like it. I got a 50-50 chance tomorrow of going back in the container. I don't know. I view YouTube the same way.
That is such a false comparison.
Nothing is guaranteed.
What if instead it's your entire life that you can grab from that container?
Yeah,
right? And then in front of you, you have a family, you have vacations.
But now's the time to do it. Now's the before you have the family, before you have kids and all that sort of stuff. Now it's time to be in the container. I think there are windows of opportunities in everyone's life where you're in a container, and and sometimes it could be an hour, a week, it could be a year, it could be 10 years, but you're in that container.
Yeah,
and those opportunities come up, and people sometimes they'll let that slip, or they take it for granted. They get too used to it. Oh, the container. I've been in here 10 hours. Oh, this feels like forever. It's too long.
I think it's a balance, Graham, because here's the thing. Like Jack said, that container's there your entire life. So imagine you're just collecting that money from the container your entire life. You never got to use it. You just spent your entire life collecting money from a container for no reason. So why not collect money from the container for a few days and then use some of the money and then come back and collect more money
There's
from
nothing
the
to use the money.
There's a couple things that I need to provide for context.
Yeah. Okay.
So Graham said to me a few years ago, he wasn't this way.
Okay.
But lately, since he started ramping up production, he's been more irritable, sometimes angsty, sometimes
he goes
very
around punching
tired.
people in the office.
No, he doesn't do that.
No.
But
He
it's
doesn't
like
do that.
it's seriously, guys, he doesn't do it. No, but seriously, he's been Alex laughs. This turns into a cry. He's been angsty, And
even like a little
angsty teenager.
Yeah.
And you said you used to not be like that. And
we've been having problems. Okay.
This is an intervention. For Graham.
Listen.
Okay, but I need to preface this.
Yeah.
After fists, whatever it is. It's unpopular opinion amongst our audience to go anything like, oh, maybe you should take some time off and work less. It really is. I've spoke my mind.
Interesting.
Yes, I've said this before on the podcast, and people say, that kid's a slacker. He probably doesn't know what it's like to work a 14, 15-hour day. And that's not true. It's like, for most people, they can work more, actually. But for Graham, someone I deeply care about, a good friend of mine, I see you, and you look stressed out, and you look angsty. Sometimes you're irritable and annoyed. And it's like, if you just took a little bit more time for yourself.
But you know what? But you can't. I don't have the luxury of it's the coffee. There's sometimes not the luxury of that. It's just sometimes you got to get something done, and that's it. And it's just like, if I'm on a schedule and a video has to go out the next day,
it doesn't.
And I get it.
It doesn't.
I'm not going to not post. If I posted on time for like 5 years, I've only missed ever maybe 2 to 3 uploads ever in the 5 years.
Okay, if he's on a streak, I get it.
I'm on a streak.
Dude, he's on the streak.
Like
he's missed uploads.
Like
you missed uploads.
Yeah,
bro.
you have though. It's not a streak.
No.
Graham.
It's not a streak.
No, there's name.
If a video's doing really well and it's long titling,
purposely.
Yeah, and it would be purposeful if you do it on purpose if you missed it.
The only time I miss an upload, a major holiday like a Christmas, I posted on New Year's Day, but like Christmases, big holidays like that, I'm not going to get views anyway. It's strategic.
Oh, you think you won't get views on Christmas?
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Yeah, views are significantly lower.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It might be a demographic thing.
They go down by like 35% on Christmas Day. So I don't want to waste a video that I think is going to do well on Christmas Day because people aren't going to watch it. So I posted the next day.
My audience is all like 12-year-old boys that have nothing better to do on Christmas.
They got that iPad. They're watching
They got that iPad.
Thing.
Yeah, they're at dinner. They're watching you.
But yeah, so like the only times I don't post are strategic. I don't think, I think once there was a time where I missed an upload because just like either something wasn't going on or I didn't have the video ready in time. Or there was something where I was like, I felt better missing that post to then get ahead. I think there's one time, Jack, where Jack and I had a major discussion about missing an upload.
No.
I think it was that Wednesday where I said to you, like, I don't have the video, or we were going out of town or something like that, and I had to get a video ahead, and I wasn't going to be able to do it. And the prior video did well, so I was like, well, if I miss this upload, I'm going to do the next one, and I did. Yeah. So 5 years.
It's just a matter of when do you take some time for yourself. That's it.
You don't get off the horse when the horse is full force. If a car's driving on the highway, you're not going to get off in the middle of the highway.
Dude, enough is not an amount. It's a mindset.
It's about, but you know what? It's not about enough. It's about you got to carry the streak. If I've been this disciplined for 5 years, I'm going to carry it forward. And I know myself. Once I scale back, there's no going back to it.
Yeah.
I've built up to such a momentum where it's only downhill from here. So it's like if I go down to 2 a week, I stay at 2 a week. If I go down to 1 a week, it's going to be impossible for me to get back to 3.
Yeah, this is so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been on your side where I'm in the moment and I'm like, I gotta keep pumping stuff out. Because like this is something I have to do because I'm in the container, right? And I changed. I don't think it's as valuable to think of yourself in a container as it may seem, because I think if you're capable now, you're probably going to be capable later in your life. I think no matter what, you can put yourself in the container, you know?
It's the abundance
Possibly.
mentality. That's what it is.
I don't know. You know, people say the abundance mentality. I agree with that.
No,
but
you
there's
don't.
also a very tangible thing right in front of you that's like, well, that's, you know, you have to be real that sometimes the career of like athletes, musicians, actors, and that includes entertainers or influencers on YouTube, does not last forever.
Sure.
Very few people have a career that lasts longer than 10 years. Almost nobody has a career lasting longer than 5 years. So it's, you know, when you're at that point, it's like, well, you really got to make the most of it. And I know myself. Yeah. So I know myself, keep 3 a week as long as I feasibly can. There's a point, I'll go down to 2 a week. I'll do that as long as I can. There's a point, I'll go down to 1 a week. Do that as long as I can. So, you know,
I think that's valuable. I think you're completely fine and listen, I see both sides here. Like I completely understand wanting to keep up that streak and being motivated to do that. And I think that's great. I just don't think that that's the right strategy for everyone. And I definitely know there's coffee beans in this table.
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
Well, I like he said it earlier.
Yeah, look right over here. You can see them like way better.
Oh,
Yeah.
are they real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Real coffee beans.
What was I saying?
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, it's sorry. I saw the coffee beans. Yeah, I just don't think for me personally that like constantly thinking of myself in the container is the right way of going about things. Especially because like in the past, you know, I've messed up on numerous occasions, and I know some of that is due to thinking of myself in the container, you know, and not letting myself breathe and think through my actions. And I never want to put myself back in that position. And maybe I'll find a way of putting myself back in the container without it harming me or people around me. But like for me, that's where I'm at, you know? And I think it's a valuable discussion to have. And I think each person should come to a conclusion of what they should do for their own container, I guess, you know?
I think that's fair. Everyone is different.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of me looking out for a friend.
I just
That's
think,
it.
never take anything for granted, and things could change very quickly. And so, you know, when the sun is shining, you make hay.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's the
I
way
think
I
this is
see it.
valuable though.
Yeah.
I think it's good that you have a yin to your yang, because I mean, like if you go off the deep end and one day you do start, you know, you got a machete, you know, you start, yeah, I don't know, man. He'll be there to stop you, you know?
Yeah. But you know what? But you need that push, because there have been times that, you know, I've been pressing for a podcast. I'm like, Jack, we got this podcast right now. And Jack's like, well, I'm going to go visit my family.
That's not true.
Yeah, you did.
That is an outright lie, Graham. You're lying.
Dogecoin Millionaire.
And what did we do? We filmed it.
I know,
right?
because I pushed Jack. Jack didn't want to do it because he was visiting his family.
Do you want me to
And I
explain
say,
this story? I will explain.
I'll
it.
explain it better.
Okay, it was getting late.
Okay.
The drive to my family is
like
5 hours.
It was 11 a.m., 12 p.m.
No, it was getting 3, 4.
early afternoon.
And I get very tired on the road at night. And I feel unsafe driving past, you know, leaving here past like 3, 4, because then I'm driving at night. And I like to be awake and keen on the road.
Of course.
And I didn't want to wait a long time, because then I would have been sleepy on the road. And I don't like that. It's,
You're
you know,
a safe and competent
I'm
driver.
safe and competent. I drive like a grandma. Graham
Yeah.
hates it, but I do.
Just very slow.
Graham drives like a crazy man with his machete in hand.
It's the yin and the yang. Yeah, with this machete, waving it at people.
Yeah.
I'm painting you as like a crazy villain. I'm so sorry.
But this is the peak Dogecoin mania,
Oh,
right
yeah?
before SNL. And we got the Dogecoin millionaire, the guy who was on CNBC across every outlet, of turning his life savings into $3 million.
Wow.
And we had him sitting in the living room, and he had the time to do a podcast at peak SNL Dogecoin popularity. Like, Jack, we should do this. I gotta get going. Gotta visit my family. I'm like,
no.
Jack, we gotta do it now. We gotta do it. If we don't do it now, I'm like, trust me, Jack, we gotta do it now.
They have Christmas presents for me.
But guess how well that episode did? Was one of our best performing videos until that point. But sometimes, like, Jack, you just got to do it.
No, I know you were in that case. I will say you were right, but then again, I was gonna leave it like 8, and you guys needed me for a bunch of stuff over and over. So I was gonna leave it 8, and then I ended up leaving like 5. It was like very late. So you were right. Yes, thank you for that push.
Yes,
and
but that's the push Jack needs sometimes, because sometimes, well, it's not convenient, but you gotta push. You gotta make it happen when it comes up. And that's it. So that's the way I view a lot of YouTube, is like, when something comes up, you have to act on it. Someone else will. And if you don't take advantage of the opportunity, it's gone. So that's been a lot of it. Same thing with in real estate. When I was working with a lot of clients, there were some opportunities where a client would call you at the worst time, at like Saturday, 9 p.m. Hey, I want to see this house right now. And you're like, I got a life. But no, but part of that is, like, if you want those opportunities, you have to act on it. And I've sold houses to people who have called it the worst times. Friday, 9 p.m. I've got plans, but the guy's super serious. I'm like, I'm going to cancel the plans. I'm going to show the house. And some of those turn out to be either great relationships, great clients, great sales. So it depends how badly, I guess, you want that.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell us how much money you were making.
So, 2018 probably made $70K. 2019 probably made like $500K. And then 2020 probably like, and this is just gross income. This is not counting taxes. Yeah. Taxes, to knock that way down because it's all self-employment. But 2020, I think I had over $1 million gross. I'm not sure. But I'll tell you this: I do not have $1 million in my bank account.
Yeah, where'd it go?
Taxes.
Tax.
No, mostly just taxes. I don't spend my money except for coming here on your podcast.
You're pretty frugal.
No. That was
because I would imagine your expenses being pretty low. Because do you have a high production cost?
No,
graphics cards are pretty cheap though, or pretty expensive.
Well, I don't buy new PCs either. I think what I spend most of my money on is paying editors and paying my assistant, and that's about it. Like I prefer to not put my money into too much, and I just have most of it invested, because like I don't need much. Yeah, I'm plenty happy just watching anime every day. Yeah,
How much is your overhead? Like, in terms of, do you rent? Did you buy a spot? Car payments?
Oh no! Oh, my friend warned me about this question. No. You're gonna start interrogating me.
Well, let's see.
I don't have anything. I live with my parents. Okay. So there's no rent, and I don't have a place or anything. So I'm not renting out to anyone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I knew this was coming.
No, I mean it's
Graham's so proud now.
I am. To make $1 million living with your parents with almost no overhead. I'm just saying.
You want to hear something funny?
I'm just saying. It's like that is what you should. I don't want to say that's what you should do, but like,
I don't have my driver's license.
How do you get around? your mom? Mom, the car!
Come on! I need to go to the pet store.
The goldfish needs more food, Mom.
Oh my.
Petco now.
I'm so hungry. Yeah.
Where's the toaster strudel, Mom? I'm hungry.
No, my parents are super supportive, and the main reason I haven't gotten my driver's license is just anxiety. You know? And so like I don't. There's a couple weeks here and there where I just don't go out of the house.
That's all of us. That's me at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do on a daily basis?
I like not leaving the house.
Well, yeah, it's awesome, right?
I like it, but it's very easy to get used to it. So Sometimes I will go like 3 to 4 days without leaving, and at that point, it's usually Macy and I will go to a dinner, and then that way it's like you kind of leave the house. Or usually Jack and I once a week we plan. We try to plan where we just grab a dinner and just catch up, and we talk like podcast stuff or strategy or channel stuff. So that's usually when I go. I mean, it's otherwise there's everything I need is here. I mean, the gym's down the street. Walk to that. Everything's here. I just work, and then by the time I'm finished, it's like, well, you're kind of tired at that point. So, yeah, make food at home.
So, follow-up question. So you don't have any like office building or anything. Everything's here.
Yeah.
Why?
I love not having a commute, and I thought
Interesting.
I thought briefly there was a time in 2020 where I thought it might be cool to get an office. And I remember as an agent, I saw this place, and it was like one of those townhouses right on the beach in Marina Del Rey. And I remember walking to this place and being blown away by it. And it was leasing for like 15 grand a month. And it was incredible. It's like the big sliding doors that opened up, and a foot out was sand. And then like 50 feet down was the beach in Marina Del Rey in California. And I thought, oh, this would be so cool to lease a place like that, and I could work there all day. And then I'd have more separation between like when I'm home.
Right.
Because I had always had an office to go into, and I'd work at the Oppenheim Group. So I'd go there, I'd show some real estate, I would stay late, I would plan there, but I would film at home. But I still had that separation between, I'm home, I could film and stuff, but I prefer working in the office. So when I was full-time at home, that first month was a difficult transition, because it's just, you kind of go stir crazy in the house, not leaving. So I thought, I'd get an office. But I never did that. And then I came to really enjoy working from home, and everything is here. And it's if I need to film something really quick, walk down the hallway.
Right.
Anything I need is right here.
I guess
I love it.
I guess the reason I asked is because of that separation of work and life, but you really like work.
I love work, but there is no separation. That is the downside. Now, it does save me on a commute, because it's like, well, for where would I find an office?
Plus, you don't have to lease an office.
Right. Office space. So I'd rather just be here, all things considered. And now I look at like every 30-minute chunk of time is like, that's something time I could be spent working. So if I'm in the car, I'm being less productive.
But car time could give you think time.
I like car time, but usually once a week I try to go to the aquarium once a week, the aquarium store.
Oh,
and
I thought you were just going outside and staring at your little
5 times.
No, I did that. I did that.
You get your coffee in your hand. You're like,
He really does.
Oh, I know. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's his favorite thing.
Describe him to a T.
Yeah, like
Really?
instead of watching TV, I just sit there with my coffee.
That's actually so cool.
I check everything in the tank multiple times a day. You got to look at it.
Just checks it.
That's cool, actually.
I was upset. So the torch coral, one of the torch corals died.
No way.
Wait, what's a torch coral?
So a torch coral, it was a neon green. I think it's called the Hulk.
The Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk torch.
I'm so sorry, man.
That's okay. No, I enjoy it, but
You're a confusing human.
Yeah. I like stuff that stresses me out, like work.
What?
He's fueled by stress.
Yeah.
That is what fuels him.
Like work,
that's what gets him up.
Work is a good challenge.
You should
So is the
try
aquarium.
YouTube drama.
Yeah. Oh no. Let's try.
Have you thought about tweeting?
Gosh, thankfully, I've stayed off of Twitter. I have a Twitter, but I rarely ever post. I got to start posting on that.
Have you thought about becoming president of the United States?
Ooh, I've
He actually-
heard that doesn't
did.
make your hair go gray.
I actually did. I thought for a long time
That was his thing.
Yeah,
what?
Really?
You want to be president?
Yeah.
Whoa!
We had an
I didn't know
episode
that.
titled
Interesting.
"Graham Wants to Be President of the Ice
And
Coffee." It was like the 7th episode.
Yeah,
or
and
something.
the reason why is because I thought, I've taken a very middle ground approach to personal finance. It's just like, here are just the facts. This is what you need to know. That's it. Let's not waste our time with anything else. And I thought, you need a guy like that in politics.
So full economic approach.
Yeah, who just could take a sensible approach to things. Let's not, pander to one side to the other. No, listen to me. I thought, honestly, because I don't people ask me, am I Republican or am I Democratic? I honestly have nothing.
Oh.
I truly have nothing. I'm right in the middle. And
Well,
I
that's
think,
not going to get you elected.
Well, here's the thing. It's like I don't identify with either side because I disagree with things on both sides, and
Of
I
course.
agree with things on both sides.
But you have to pick a side,
But
or
that's
else you're
the-
not going to get
Graham
elected.
is
No.
he's smart. Like this is I appreciate that and I respect
can
that.
tell he's
being
smart.
being in the middle, that's
I'm
good.
here.
And we do need someone that's
But the
sensible.
thing is, it never made sense to me to pick a side because if you pick a side, then it's like, well, what if there's something on that side you disagree with? Are there varying levels to how much you agree with your side versus the other? So I thought take a middle ground approach. That's what the country needs. And and this is a far off pipe dream. And then I saw our buddy Meet Kevin run for governor of California.
Oh.
And seeing what he went through, I'm like, no, I cannot.
Yeah.
I was just just seeing what he went through
Yeah.
and all of that. I was like,
And
I
that's
want.
governor.
Yeah, and that's governor. Now, granted, that's governor of California, which
Yeah.
is extremely, I don't want to say polarizing, but you have people that really agree or really disagree.
Yeah.
But I would imagine the same, even more so for the country.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I'm like, no, it's not. I don't want that. I want to know about your experience living with your parents.
Sure.
Have you found that hinders you in any way to?
No, they kind of let me do my own thing.
Okay.
The only thing is, like, at some point I want to, be a little bit more independent in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be 24, 25 living with my parents, I just don't think it's a good look. But it has its advantages because I get to eat dinner with my family, which is dope. And then I get to go upstairs and record a stupid video where I make poop jokes. And, I'm happy doing it. And then I watch anime for like 3 hours.
I'm curious. Do they charge you rent?
No. So they used to, and then I helped them pay for a house.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And so like I don't pay rent anymore.
That's good. So you paid a one-time upfront cost, but
Yeah.
then the benefit
I was
is you get
I was
housing
happy
in
to do it
perpetuity.
too. I was like, I have the money, you know. Like, why not?
Got it. I think maybe getting your driver's license.
Yeah.
What's holding you back on that?
we've been saying, for like 6 years that I should do that.
What if you need to go somewhere?
Where?
Is there nowhere you go?
I don't know. Not really. Where do you suggest I go?
On a date.
Not right now.
No.
That's a whole debacle.
Are you? Oh, it is.
I'm not dating until I'm 35. Okay.
Are you not on dating apps?
No,
Why?
because I don't want to be. I'm not ready.
I don't think I could see you on a dating app. I don't know.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I think even well, I guess for you, Jack, it's like I'm kidding.
For me,
No,
Are
yeah.
you
So
saying I
Jack-
wouldn't be successful? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Graham?
I'm
he's
just
saying you don't
like,
need it.
You don't need
Oh,
it. Yeah.
wow.
For someone like me, God, yeah, I need
Like
them. I need all
well,
of them.
I guess who was it that I remember seeing some sort of thing like celebrities on Tinder, and there were people on Tinder in this list, and I think they were verified, but like he was like, why are they on Tinder? Like that makes no sense to me.
Well, I know celebrities and just people in LA have their own little.
Yeah, Raya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows it. Are you on Raya?
They declined me.
Wow.
I have no idea how. I signed. So Raya.
You're second on the. on the sign.
Yeah, you gotta move me first. No, I mean, I guess I do know why. I'm not as popular as the other people on Raya. And they have like a list. So like they go through your contacts. You like allow access to your contacts. You allow it. And then like they're like, okay, these are your contacts that are on Raya. And then you can like send them so they can like, be like, yeah, sure, Jack's with us.
This sounds dystopian.
Yeah, it's very elitist,
you
I
applied
guess.
It reminds me of Gladiator, where it's like. Like that.
I'm on all of them. So what's another
why
one
did
at
you
that
want to
point?
be on Raya?
I don't know. I just want to, dude, I'm on all of them. So I may as well.
Why?
Why am I on all of them?
Yeah. Why do you leave your house?
Why do I leave my house?
Why do you have your license?
Because I have my license because my parents weren't huge fans of driving me places.
I get that.
And I get that. Yeah, but they still do it. I guess that I like
Keep
leaving the
reminding
house.
my mom I paid for the house. She wants to keep the house.
I like to go outside of the house because it makes me happy. Like there was, for example, it's kind of nuanced, but like I would say 3 months ago, I was at the house and I realized I was so unhappy and I was so lethargic and I felt sleepy every single day. And I was talking with my housemate. I was like, why do I feel like this? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I haven't left the house in like a week.
Yeah.
And I realized that. And then I literally went outside and I sat in the sun for like 40 minutes and it was like euphoric. And I went inside, I immediately felt better. It was like I was vitamin D or whatever deficient. It was weird. I'm with you, man. But
yeah, put it there.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
But it made me feel so good.
Be a little bit more pale.
Maybe a touch. But I don't know. I just went outside and I felt amazing and it fixed everything. It's crazy.
Wow. Do you go outside? In the sun?
I try not to, honestly.
Yeah.
If I do, now I'm actually wearing sunscreen. Now I have a serious. So I had a scare where I convinced myself I had skin cancer, like melanoma, because my grandfather and my grandmother too, both had melanoma at some point, and they had it removed. But yeah, so I have what's called atypical mole syndrome, and it means that I get like a lot of these little dots everywhere, and some of them are bigger than others, but because there's so many of them, and because they're varying in sizes and shapes and colors, that I have a higher likelihood of getting skin cancer.
Gotcha.
So I got one mole that I was like, oh crap! I just convinced myself because my skin was dry in Vegas, and I was like, it started itching. It's like skin cancer.
Okay, but you have a valid reason,
right? Yeah, but yeah. So now
he
I purposely
we just don't like the outdoors. Well, he likes the outdoors now.
Sometimes
he's a changed man.
Yeah,
but I will say a more vain reason is I got these little wrinkles on the side of my eyes now, just because I squint so much, and the sun makes it worse. So
has anyone ever told you have the eyes of Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
That's like a
you get it a lot. I'm so sorry.
People commented all the time like he looks just like Tom Cruise.
Just compliment.
Have you guys seen the new Batman movie?
Yes.
No.
Everyone keeps saying I look like the Riddler.
Oh, Paul Dano.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's just because of the glasses and I have hair.
No, it's not.
It's completely different shaped nose.
Slightly same shape of face, slightly. And then he also has a very clean shaven face. I can kind of see it, yeah.
I can't grow a beard, so.
Yeah. Well,
Graham, give us the lowdown on the Batman. Do you recommend it or what?
I love that. I love that movie.
You really?
I really did. It's long, so I went into it. It's almost 200 minutes long. Yeah.
I don't know if I could.
And I thought, and I'm not like a big Batman sort of like, I don't really follow it, but I've seen like the last two. I watched it. So good. It's one of the few movies that's like hooked me from beginning to end. Did not feel like
I don't know,
3
man.
hours.
Imagine how much work you could have gotten done in 200 minutes.
I know. Well, if I add up the cost of my hour per, cost of my time per hour multiplied by 3.
Yeah,
wow,
you could have produced the whole damn movie.
I can freak you.
Yeah.
You have the numbers and everything. That's probably not healthy.
No.
I think we should go back to talking about Carson and how you continued to scale your business. Did you have like strategies that you employed to scale your business? What was?
Oh boy. Oh no. No. I mean, not really. It pretty much was just, okay, I had one successful YouTube channel. What do I do next? Okay, I'll make another YouTube channel and do a completely different style of content that I find fun. And I did that. And then it grew my Twitch. And then I did that kind of thing for a while also doing main channel occasionally, which maybe I should have done more main channel or whatever. But, and then I did a short stint of doing merch and stuff like that. And now I'm kind of passionate about that. And I don't know, I want to dip my toes into all sorts of little pools or aquariums, if you will. But I mean, I don't know exactly what aquariums I want to dip my toes into at any given time. Right now, I just made a Minecraft Let's Play channel because I just felt like it. I don't know if I'm going to continue it.
That's fun.
So
it is fun though, right? It's fun.
So how's your income broken down between like YouTube, Twitch, sponsorships?
Ooh, okay, so I don't have any really sponsorships anymore. Right now, I'm not making money because I'm doing a year charity. After it was a whole thing. Okay. But so everything I make is going to a charity each month. But in the past, it was, I would make, to give an example, it would probably be like main channel would make 20 grand. Live channel would make 40 grand. This is like middle of the year, not January or February. And then Twitch would make 10 to 20 grand. And that would pool together and be my grand sum of like 80K in a month.
Got it.
Which was pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. Around right now, I think we're making like 20 to 40K a month for the charities, which is pretty good. Lowest is like 35K. He does the numbers for me. My assistant's off camera. I wanted to check on the numbers.
My attorney over here is
my guy, my guy in the chair. But yeah, no, it's been going really well.
That's good.
Yeah, and like my numbers are way down. Let's not kid around here. But that's completely fine with me because like I'm still making pretty good money and I'm having a good time doing it.
Yeah. So what's your plan after the 1 year?
I don't know yet.
Investing or
I mean I just have a guy that invests my money for me. Which I don't know how you feel about that. Do you have a guy? You don't have a guy? Do you have a
Graham
guy?
is the guy. No.
I am the guy.
Graham is the guy.
You're looking at him.
How do you feel about having a guy that does the investing for you?
Depends. I think for some people it makes sense when they want nothing to do with it and they just say, here's my money, allocate it. I don't want to think about it.
That's me.
Yeah.
I want to watch anime. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And maybe
the good thing, you don't need a lot of money to watch anime.
That's so true. Like $10 a month. Do you guys watch anime?
I don't.
Well,
there's probably like 5 or 6.
He's so much more of like a nerd than you, but like you stare at your aquarium. This is what an interesting podcast.
Yeah. I think we should also talk about the rest of your entrepreneurial story. We should talk about Carson more. Is there anything else that you have to say?
What do you mean?
Because your income, you stopped at 2020, right?
Yeah. Well, beginning of 2021 is when like I took a big break. And then I came back September and started the year charity stuff. And that's been going pretty well. I think we've raised about 250,000. Just that's that, and that's just like from my revenue, and I'm really proud of that. I think that's sick. And like so have you guys done much charity stuff?
I like Team C's. So I did some Team C stuff.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you did a video with Team
Did you
C's.
watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a interesting video.
Yeah. Well, I've seen all the Team C's videos.
What did you think of my Team C's video?
It was good.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you see
I didn't see your Team C's video.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't do as well as the other videos.
Of course not. Because I made a fan fiction about Mr. Beast and Mark Rober.
Oh.
And Mark Rober like comes out of the seas shirtless, and then like
maybe I did see that.
And then he shoots like a laser out of his eyes. And then
was that a while ago?
This was like Team C's. So this was like 4 or 5 months. Maybe?
No, I haven't seen it then. No.
Okay. And then at the end, Mr. Beast and Mark Rober kiss, and Carl Jacobs and Chandler and they're all there,
celebrating.
Of course, they're always there. Have you noticed that? They're always there.
They're always there.
They're always there. I imagine like Mr. Beast like tries to go to the bathroom, and then they're just there.
They're just always there.
They hand him the toilet paper. Carl Jacobs has the toilet paper in hand. He's like, here you go.
They're just reacting to it. Everything is content at that point.
Yeah. The subtitles like just appear in Mr. Beast's vision.
Yeah. Today, I am going to the bathroom, and the first person to give me toilet paper wins $10,000.
15 million views.
But they have the FBI chasing them, so whoever gets here first wins.
Dude, I would watch that. A lot of people would watch that.
That would be funny to do a parody of all that sort of stuff. Like the first person to make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich gets $1 million. Go. but there's like an
By the way,
alligator
I
in
rented out the whole food.
It's so terrifying whenever anyone says that they've like seen my content, because I'm like, what have you seen? Which video where I did the stupidest bit have you seen? Because it's so interesting that you've seen the Mr. Beast and Mark Rower video, because that video is absurd.
But it doesn't matter. I think
Is that what you watched to get like an idea of me before the podcast?
No, I've been familiar from before before the podcast, but that was like the latest one a little while ago. I was like, I'll just click it. But it reminds me very similar to Ian Idubbbz. And when I
interesting.
When I bring up is like, I loved your earlier videos. It was crazy when you're unboxing stuff, and he made it very clear. It's like, oh yeah, that's he's so normal in person, but you would see him with like lipstick all over, just going crazy unpacking these things, and kind of plays into that character, but it's hilarious, but just very different in person, like just a well-rounded, funny guy.
Does that make that your fan interactions kind of unique?
Oh,
would you say,
dude? Dude, my fan interactions are weird because like, okay, today he's laughing over there because what happened today. We're walking into our hotel. Two 12-year-old kids, I'm assuming 12-year-old. I'm just throwing up a random age. Come up and they're like, dude, it's CallMeCarson, and their mom's with them, and one of them goes up. I'm like holding drinks because we were getting Raising Cane's. I'm awkward, especially when it's like okay, this is some kids with their mom like trying to take a picture of them taking a selfie with me, and it's like this is so beyond me, because like I don't view myself like that, but obviously they do, and so it's very hard to know how to appropriately respond to a situation like that, and I'm not used to it yet.
You charge for a picture. You say, "Does your mom?"
Charge for a picture.
Does your mom have $5? Well, that's how much a picture is. Do you want a picture?
I do know like PewDiePie doesn't let people take pictures with him, and I've thought about it before. I'm like, is that what I want to do? Because like there's a certain point where
what was his reason for that? Just because everyone would want one?
Like if everyone that doesn't even watch him is going up to take a picture with him just because he's PewDiePie, why would he want to? And there's no way for him to know, and I kind of get that. Like I know most of the people that recognize me in person like don't watch my content right now, and that's fine. Like I don't expect them to. This guy right here stopped watching my content. He hasn't even
seen. Why
do
you stop watching his content? Yeah.
He does.
You stopped posting for a long time.
Well, it's because I fell off. He told me like I came in here and it was like, dude, you have got to get back on the wagon here. he was giving me. He
save it for the podcast, Jack.
He picked me up by my shirt, held me up. It was some superhuman strength.
Back on the wagon,
yeah. And he was and then he slapped me a couple times, and then he picked up your machete.
Oh. No, we got a baseball bat too. It's for home
to dual wield.
Security.
Dual wield,
yeah, home security.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Funny story. So this was in 2018 too. It sounds like all of my cool stuff was in 2018. This was not cool actually. I was working for a YouTuber who I like Minecraft. Okay, he did Minecraft videos, and he had a little channel called Pink Sheep, and Pink Sheep was like it was like an AI voice, like text to speech, reading a script, whatever video. It's a kid's channel. But like he hired me for like the guy running it hired me for like a month to just come up with ideas and thumbnails and stuff for this channel. And I don't think he turned down a single one. And one of them, I was like, dude, wouldn't it be funny if Pink Sheep was in a tank and then he tried to get out of the tank and then he was just in a bigger tank? Whoa. And they uploaded it. They made a whole like 3-minute long video out of it. That idea isn't 3 minutes long. Why did he do that? I feel
like that's analogous to something
no,
bigger.
It didn't do well.
It didn't do well.
No.
I always feel so bad. If I give an idea and it doesn't do well, that's
why would it do well?
I don't know.
I said it as a joke.
Yeah.
How big is the channel?
It's I don't remember, like 400,000 subs.
Yeah, I mean, it's decent size. Yeah.
Yeah. It was an interesting day. I'm kind of like proud of it because it's like that's so funny that I did that and I gave him that idea and then he made the video and it didn't work.
Oh man.
Yeah. What are some other ideas that you come up with?
Okay.
Is that where we're taking
well, okay. What do you mean by idea? Because that is a broad spectrum. Because I have ideas that are just so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Oh man. Okay. Well, there's a YouTube channel I made with a friend called the Official Dwayne Rock Johnson YouTube channel. And it's all just clips of the same interview of Dwayne The Rock Johnson with a different punchline edited from the clip. And it's got like 20 videos and like the top on the channel is like 1.6 million views.
Wow.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, isn't it great?
It's not bad.
That's one of the good ones. I can't think of any at the moment.
You know,
I have so many stupid ideas.
I got an idea that I think might do well. I don't know if I'm gonna do this idea. Maybe at some point. But I use in the background a fireplace sometimes in my videos, and it's just a fireplace.
Real fire?
No, it's on the computer, but I put the computer in the background, I film it, and it blends in with the background, so it looks like there's a flame going.
You ever heard of this thing called green screen?
Yeah, but I
you can put so many things on
too
it.
difficult to do an iMovie, but
do you use iMovie?
I do.
I used to use iMovie.
Yeah, it's good.
I use iMovie. Oh, you think it's good?
I think it's good.
Why?
I like it.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
He likes it. Do you use iMovie?
He taught me on iMovie, but I do I do Final Cut. No. Oh. Yeah.
What do you think of Premiere?
It didn't like mesh well with iMovie because I knew iMovie really well and Final Cut was nice, so I use it.
What do you think of anything besides why
Complicated.
iMovie?
I
scary.
like because it's it's too scary.
Is it simple?
Everything I need is there. It's like I just need to cut, zoom, B-roll, and text. I do a PNG file. Done. Everything I need is there. It's so
sense.
easy. I don't need anything else. And it's worked.
I guess for me it's like so much of my videos rely on the edit. So it's like I can't imagine trying to make my videos in iMovie.
Yeah. See, mine's more about the information.
Yeah.
So when you're just, info, like Meet Kevin could just do a straight 20-minute video of him just talking. No cuts.
He's another finance YouTuber.
Yeah. And that could get like 200,000 views. And he could post multiple of
There's
those
a lot of YouTubers like that.
Yeah, just
I mean,
multiple
if you could do that,
it's better.
More power to you. I mean, I don't know how much attention you pay to YouTubers, but like Critical, Penguin Zero, you know him? Yeah. Sits down, white shirt,
but
on a shitty camera.
He plans his videos so meticulous. Sometimes I'm like, how does he come up with this content? It's like,
I don't know if he does.
I think he scripts out his videos or has a script that he goes from.
I know. Funny you mentioned this. Ludwig. Do you know Ludwig? He has a channel called Mogul Mail. He one takes all of his videos, sits down in front of the camera, like talks for 5, 10, 15 minutes. One takes it every single time. It's crazy. He talks well. I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't.
How do you do that?
Yeah, I feel
do you
better.
Script your videos?
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah, every word is scripted, but I feel better because it's like when I make a video, finance is boring, and so if I lose any retention at any point,
it's clearly not that boring. You get lots of plenty of viewers.
They're so planned. Because I plan it. It's like if I riff and I get off topic and someone loses interest, there's the video.
Gotcha. Interesting.
But anyway, my idea was that because I had the fireplace thing in the back, I could very easily create a channel of just a fireplace loop, 10 hours. I listened the other night to just white noise because the room was too quiet, just white noise. That had like 20 million views on this video. Just
really?
For 10 hours.
You just throw so many mid-rolls on that. But then people listen to it and they're like, oh, Walmart.
But like stuff like that. There was another one of just like the sound of the rain.
Oh, I love those. I love listening to rain.
It's like, oh man, you could do 10 hours of all of those. And just get a channel where if I shout it out, maybe it gets recommended and people start listening to it. I think that'd be nice.
Yeah. Just upload like clown horn noises.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever see you ever like download the sound effects off of YouTube?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All the time.
Like a spring noise, like boing.
Yeah. I see. We don't use that in finance content. But,
what if you did? It would be really fun, and then you like dress up in like a clown suit.
Kevin did that though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, everyone's got their niche.
Well, no. Kevin did that too because he was getting some backlash for selling all of his portfolio, so people were calling him a clown for doing that. So he was like, "Yeah, you want to see a clown? I'll be a clown." So he literally wore a clown outfit in his video.
Dang.
But you know what the funny thing is? As soon as he leaned into it, the hate went away. I was shocked. But
mean, that's that. I mean, when it's something basic like that, you can do that pretty easily if you own it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's an interesting thing because in the finance space, there's not usually any like drama that goes on. There's almost nothing. So Kevin's selling was like the biggest thing for finance, like in that month. And it's interesting to see just first of all how quickly within 2 weeks everyone, I don't say everyone, like 90% of people didn't care anymore. But then as soon as he acknowledged, people were calling him a flip-flopper. So he was like, yeah, I'm a flip-flopper. And then people were like, well, oh, never mind. You suck. And it's like, but they went away. And and then now it's like nothing ever happened.
Right.
So plus I don't think the reaction was necessarily warranted, but, anyway, it's just a good case, at least for him to lean into it. And, then it takes away someone else's power by doing that.
Yeah. Do you think you could ever dress up in a clown suit?
Probably not.
And own it?
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
No, Kevin's more of a jokester with stuff like that. So I would be too serious to do that. I'd be too uptight. I wouldn't be able to do it unless it's like an April Fool's video. But
what if because you're so serious, that's what makes it funny though? What if you don't acknowledge it
I don't
at
know.
all?
See, he's boxing Michael Reeves, which is like so.
Wait! In the items event?
Yeah, with that. Yeah.
Wait, you're boxing Michael Reeves?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's so out of character too. Which
That's
is so
funny.
Yeah.
Wait, how tall is Michael?
Same height.
Really? Same weight?
Probably.
I feel like he's got to be a little bit thinner than you.
Maybe.
He's so.
I mean, but we're probably within 5 pounds of each other,
Right.
if that.
Interesting,
Who do you think's gonna win?
dude. He's gonna come out with like a.
Chainsaw.
Oh no! You know, okay. So you know those little like grabber toys that you can get, like the
extension ones.
Yeah. But instead of it being one of the grabber toys, it's like a boxing glove.
Oh,
on the
that
end.
bung,
and he's gonna go
bung,
boing,
yeah.
boing, boing, and then you're gonna die.
Yeah, I know. See, Michael Reeves, I feel like he's such a you can't pin him down because he's so smart that I
think you beat him. I think you bribed the refs with your fat stacks.
But he's gonna find a way to. I don't know. Like I'm a little worried about it because of how smart he is, and I don't want to say he has more time than me, but he could train more than I could.
But you can trick yourself and say it's work. You ever think about that?
I could. I mean, listen, I want to win, but.
What do you get if you win? I don't actually know anything about.
No,
nothing?
it's for charity. So
okay.
So I thought from everything, it's just going to push me out of my comfort zone and do something I would never do. I just thought 10 years from now, I'd look back and regret not doing it. But then I also am worried of I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, dude, that's my thing. Is like I'm such like a wimp.
So I've been doing light sparring with the trainer who wears these. He wears these very super padded big gloves so that they'll hit you, but it's not like a hit. But still, he hits you with those gloves. He did one to my stomach when I wasn't expecting it because I put my hands up too much, and oh my gosh, that really hurt. And that was with the big gloves. And then he hit me once in the nose, and it's like that. It felt like I had sinus pressure for the rest of the night. And that was with the fat the kids gloves that you're just kids will all hit each other with a
I'm telling you, machete.
It's like yeah.
Just bring the
machete.
Just bring the machete
and tasers.
But then the other thing too,
what is he gonna?
Someone else,
he can't stop you. Who's gonna stop you?
What do you mean?
You bring the machete to the boxing fight.
Yeah, I get kicked out though.
Why?
It's not allowed.
They're scared of you.
You're afraid I'll win. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he asked me if I think he asked me if I had any interest, and I was like, no, but what if I could be a ref or a commentator or a cheerleader?
Yeah, but why did you say no?
Because I'm scared.
But don't you think that in the future this would be a good thing for you to learn how to box?
Why?
Because I think it reinforces that you could try something new, and if you succeed at it, it's just positive reinforcement for that. It's just a new experience.
Nah.
Okay, that's fair.
It's just not for you.
No, I get you. I just don't think. I don't think I have the motivation to make myself do that right now. I think if I wanted to do it, I would want to do it for something that wasn't that. I don't know why. I think I would want to do it for myself more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of it for me too. I just remember I was talking to Jack and maybe Macy, and we were talking about like boxing matches. Like, who would you box? I said the only person I'd box is Michael Reeves.
Interesting.
And then it came up like a year later, the opportunity. I was like, that's a sign I have to do it.
Why only Michael Reeves?
Because we're the same height, and I felt like it would be a very matched event
and fun. Would it be fun?
If it were anyone else. Like, let's say, like, who else? Like, Jesse from Nelk. It's about the same height as me, too. And I wouldn't fight him because I know that, like, I've seen how he is with fitness, and I know, like, I could never reach that same level. Like, I would just be dead.
What are you trying to say about Michael Reeves, man? Are you starting beef before your fight?
We're having him on Friday, right?
Yeah, we are.
Wait,
oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
Guys,
congrats.
I'm a huge Michael Reeves fan. Why did nobody tell me?
One of you has to pick him up from the airport.
I want to pick him up from the airport.
I know Michael, though.
Is he coming with Lily?
I don't know. He said he wanted. So this is how dedicated Michael is to his video. I'm not going to spoil his video. He wanted, and he was fully prepared to fly to Vegas just to get a 10-second shot with me.
Oh yeah. Oh, he does.
Seconds.
He loves doing that.
Yes.
He did that. He did a giant road trip for the Boston Dynamics dog.
But I was blown away. And that's how this started. And then I asked, well, hey, listen, you're coming all the way out here. Do you want to be on the podcast? He says, yes. But still, if it wasn't for that, he was talking about his flights, literally flying in, driving to the house, getting a shot, and then going right back.
Really?
Yes.
What a freak.
Yeah.
What a freak of nature.
And then I was looking at the times. I'm like, you're going to have like an hour overlap between
like
the time you're at the house. Yeah.
He's like you.
Well, the thing is, he doesn't upload. It's just like, his last upload was almost a year ago.
What is he doing?
He said he does offline TV. He streams, and he only makes a video if he's in the mood to make a video, which means that,
if it works, it works. Yeah.
Yeah. But
if that's his system.
But he's got this down where it's like he only needs to do one video a year with a sponsor, and that's it. And then he can,
that's more than a doctor makes in a year.
But that one video has to be perfect. But knowing him, it is.
And he does like the surgery robot, and then he puts his hand down and
yeah. Oh yeah. He said, "I need you for 10 seconds for the meme." That's literally what he said.
That sounds. You know what?
Just like
he needed it for the
That's
meme.
exactly what he would say.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know him.
And be like, that's
I don't know him very well. That's exactly what he would say.
Yeah. So anyway, what questions do you have for us?
So I did a merch company sort of here and there called Pool Hall. And like at the end of the day, how much do you think a YouTuber needs to be involved in the business of what they're making? Because I felt like at the time I wasn't doing enough of like the ideation or any of that for creating the merch. And I had a guy named Lay Installer did all the designs and they helped me make it a real thing. And I thought it was great. I was very proud of it, but I didn't feel at the end of the day like I did that much for it. And I'm curious if you feel the same thing when making something like that, like Bankroll Coffee. How much do you feel like you put towards it, and how proud of it are you?
Proud of Bankroll Coffee because it looks and tastes really good. But I also, am in line with my partner Noel on that, and we have like the same sort of aesthetic. So whatever he does, I know I'm happy with it. But as far as merch goes, it's a lot tougher because are people buying it just to support you?
Right.
Or is the design good? What about the branding? Is it only branded because they know you, or could it stand on its own? The only two merch companies I really like are Nelk. They've done incredible with Full Send, but they're so involved in that because they weren't making money anywhere else. It was just the merch. So they had to be, because that was how they made money. And Danny Duncan, he has so many shirt brands and logos and stuff like that. But Danny Duncan did a really good job at that too.
Gotcha.
But he was kind of similar. He never did sponsors. He wouldn't make any money from ad revenue, very little. So he did merch, but he was so involved in that.
Gotcha. Interesting. So how much do you think a YouTuber needs to be involved in what they're making?
Probably
like,
decent. I don't know if they want it to be like depends if are they happy making a few grand a month selling merch to their fans who want to support them, then probably they don't need to do that much. But if they want to evolve and grow it into something a lot bigger, they have to be. But then you also have to think, is merch really the best ROI for your time? For a lot of people, it's probably not. It's probably you're better off just getting a sponsor.
Do you think that's fine as a YouTuber to do?
For me, yeah. I mean, if I was making no money and the coffee is the only thing I had, I would not only push that, but I'd try to like expand it. I'd be doing tea. We would have tea by now. We would have had K-cups. But it's just grows slower because it's not necessarily like the main focus.
Interesting. Much to think about.
Yeah.
I've thought about making like a merch company to like distribute clothes, but like everyone does that.
Yeah, the margins are so thin.
Yeah, everyone's doing it.
You don't want to do something that everyone else is doing it unless you have like a very easy in, or you have a way to do it better than somebody else.
Literally, the main reason I want to is because I like wearing the clothes that I make. Like the stuff that we made for Pool Hall. Not what
I'm looking at this. I mean, like,
no, this is I put together this outfit for this podcast.
Nice.
I was not going to wear anything that was CallMeCarson branded or anything like that. But I like having joggers that have my little brand on it, just I like when it's comfortable and when I've made it, or like given the quality pass on it. And I think that's the main reason I want to make merch. It's just so I could wear it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just make merch for myself, but then I wear it and then people are like, I want that. So it's like,
then sell it.
Yeah, then sell it. But like the margins are so thin.
Did you find it profitable?
Yeah, it was very profitable. But that was back then. This is different.
How much were you making back then?
Oh, we made... Oh, I don't know. I want to say first drop was like... I don't know. I think I'm going to lowball it here, but above 40K.
Okay.
Pretty good.
And how long did it take you to sell that first drop?
I don't remember. This was so long ago. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. I'm curious if this were like a day or like a week. Or
no, it was probably like a week. I think we had too many products for the first launch, and then the second launch, I think there was less. Like we dropped the first launch, and there was a bunch of cool items, but there were probably too many. And then we did the second, where we did like a little October launch, and it was like. It was like more spooky themed, just darker clothes. And that did not sell as well because I think it was a little bit too soon after the first drop. But I haven't done much in that vein, and I want to expand like my business know-how and make something cool like that I can like sell to people, because I think it's fun.
Any other questions? Any final questions you want to bring up?
No, I'm good. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for
it was a pleasure.
When do you leave Vegas?
Friday? Saturday?
You're a whole week. Yeah, we could find a time then to hang out at some point too.
Oh, okay.
I'd like that.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. I'm down.
Thank you.
This was legitimately very fun. Thank you guys for having me on.
But did you get your free stock down below in the description when you sign up for Public using the code Graham?
I don't know.
Just say yes.
I don't know.
Just say you're going to do it.
I'd love to do that.
Just say you're going to.
I'd love to do that right now.
Okay. Before you forget.
Can I do an ad read for you
all the way up
guys?
to $1,000 actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Someone got a free stock of Tesla, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it was like $800. Yeah, it's up to 1,000. So most people when they sign up will get like 3 to 20 usually. But yeah, someone got to share Tesla, which I thought was pretty cool. So anyway, thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. We'll put all of our information down below in the description where they could subscribe to you too, and you guys start posting more.
I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I'll post here and there.
Right.
I might do it like a thing.
Cool. All right, until next time.
Yep.
Before I forget, let me just get a